Hello everyone, this is Nelson's TV of Denmark. Welcome back to my channel. Once again, this is Nelson's TV 2, and once again I am going to make a reaction to this video, a very interesting video. It is about travel card. It says here SUICA card Japan. What is the best card for tourists? How to buy, use, and to top up. This is very interesting because we are planning to travel or visit Japan this summer, so it is interesting to know how to buy this card and how to use and how to if we don't have money in this card, so how to top up. So very interesting video, so that's why I am going to make a reaction for this one and what's how to use it. So let's get started.
When you buy a train ticket in Japan, the price of the ticket is decided based on where you get on and get off the train. The same for subways and buses. So every time you have to look it up using either a navigation app or using this super map to
Oh my god, the super map is very hard to, I think the cards the same is like, it works like the same in Denmark. I don't think I will understand. It's very hard to understand this super map. It's very big. But anyway, let's continue.
see how much you have to pay. Imagine doing that every time. It's so troublesome, right?
Yes.
And that's where the transportation rechargeable prepaid cards came to the rescue. Now you don't have to buy tickets every time you get on the trains, subways or buses. You just need to touch the card onto the readers at the ticket gates when you get on and get off, and the fare will be deducted automatically from your card. The only thing you need to care about is to make sure you have enough money on the card. These transportation rechargeable prepaid cards are called transportation IC cards or IC cards. And the most popular network is the IC card network, which includes different IC cards in different areas of Japan. Among these cards, the SUICA card and the Pasmo card in Tokyo and surrounding areas may be the most popular ones, given the number of people living here is the highest in Japan. What do...
Okay, we have to rewind a bit. So, well, anyway guys, it was really a good tip that we know what card to buy and what's the name of the card, so we have an idea when we are already in Japan. And we have this video that we can maybe rewatch it later.
Areas may be the most popular ones, given the number of people living here is the highest in Japan. So what do SUICA and Pasmo have in common? SUICA and Pasmo are both IC cards, so function-wise they are almost identical. The same for other IC cards in the IC card network. What can these IC cards do? Since these IC cards are initially designed for transportation purposes, of course you can use them to pay for train tickets, subway tickets, and bus tickets. It's way more convenient and also cheaper compared to buying the actual paper tickets. But it doesn't stop there. You can also use them to pay for products and services at so many other places in town, including convenience stores, drugstores, supermarkets, bookstores, and restaurants. The majority of these places are located within the stations or close to the stations. However, as you go farther away from the stations and city centers, you'll find that there are fewer places where you can use these cards at.
Okay.
And you won't be able...
So this card is only available, most available in the vicinity of, the station.
To use these cards at places like local street vendors, local shops, drugstores, restaurants, and ramen shops where you have to buy food tickets using cash. So what's the difference between SUICA and Pasmo? The only main difference of these two cards is that they are issued by different companies. The SUICA card is issued by the JR East Company, which is a company under the Japan Railways Group, the biggest railway group in Japan. On the other hand, the Pasmo card is issued by the Pasmo Company, a company jointly established by 11 railway companies and 19 bus companies. There are other differences in terms of service scope, like connecting service to credit card companies or airlines, etc. But this is more of a concern for those living in Japan. So if you live in Japan, it may take some time to pick a card based on where you live, where you work, and your personal preferences. But if you only come to Japan for a short visit, you can ignore all of these complicated differences. You just need to know that they are issued by two different companies. But this main difference is kind of important because it's related to where you can return the card afterwards. Let me explain on this.
Okay, so you have to return the card. Interesting info, because we have in Denmark we have also this we have this travel card, and you can buy the two kinds, where it says I have that card, it's called anonymous, and another one card where you have your name on it, and it's like if you always travel, so it's important to have this name if in case you lost it. But anyway, it is the function is the same, and you can also buy tickets through your phone if you don't have this card. So it's like you can buy. It's easier if you buy it to your phone. There's an app where you can buy. But it's also interesting to know that you have to return this card. Okay.
Later in this video. So in short, despite of being issued by different companies, the good thing is they all share the same IC card network nationwide. Not just SUICA or Pasmo. You can use any of these IC cards anywhere that has this IC mark. For example, if you buy a SUICA card, you can use it on non-JR lines and subways. You can use it in Tokyo as well as in Osaka or Kyoto. If you buy a Pasmo card in Tokyo, you can use it on JR trains and buses too. You can use it in Tokyo, of course, but also in Osaka or Kyoto or other regions where there is this IC.
It's very important that it has this IC signed.
But also in Osaka or Kyoto or other regions where there is this IC mark. How to return a SUICA card? Okay, so this is where it's related to the issuer of the card. The main difference that I mentioned earlier. When you buy one of these IC cards, a deposit of 500 yen is required. If you want to have this deposit money back, you have to return the card to the company that issued the card. If you buy a Pasmo card,
okay, wait. So if I want to keep it, so I cannot get the money, because it's like if you have a souvenir, souvenir from Japan, because probably this is the first, or maybe it's the first time you travel, or first or last time. So 500 yen is not that expensive, isn't it, Ska?
What?
My husband is working, so it's 500 yen is not. I think it's not that expensive. So
I don't think so. No.
yeah. So I think if we will buy this. If we will buy this SUICA card, I will keep it as a souvenir. So let's continue, guys.
You can't return it at a JR counter and vice versa. If you buy a SUICA card, you have to return it at a JR ticket gate or ticket office where there's station staff there. There's a return fee of 220 yen. But if you use up all the money on the card, you won't have to pay this fee and you will get 500 yen back. Another way to return the SUICA card is by using this SUICA refund machine at the airports, which I find super easy to use and fast. You can get back your deposit money in seconds.
Okay. It's very interesting to know.
How to use up all the money on the card.
Okay.
Sometimes you only have a few yen left. That is not enough to buy anything. You can ask the cashier staff to use up all the money on the card first, and if it's not enough, you can pay the rest in cash. That way, you'll have 0 yen balance on the card and you will get a full 500 yen back when you return the card. But what if you find this whole returning process troublesome? Well, you're not the only one. That's why special IC cards that do not require deposit were introduced. And a good example is the Welcome SUICA card. Simply put, it is a SUICA card that does not require any deposit and is good for 28 days.
Okay.
So what's the difference between a normal SUICA card and a Welcome SUICA
it's
card?
good that there's this kind of cards.
Well, the Welcome SUICA card functions just like a normal SUICA card, and you can recharge the card as many times as you like within 28 days. There's no limit. There are two main differences. A normal SUICA card requires a deposit of 500 yen. When you use up all of your money on the card and return it, you will get back 500 yen. On the other hand, the Welcome SUICA card does not require any deposit. And so, of course, you don't have to return the card and you get to keep it with
so
you.
we will buy this Welcome SUICA card.
The second difference is the valid time. The Welcome SUICA card has a validation time of 28 days. So after you buy the card and put money in it, you can use it for 28 days. But after that, on day 29th, it will become invalid automatically, regardless of the remained balance. So you have to make sure you use up all the money on the card before this day. On the other hand, the normal SUICA card has a very long validation time, and it only becomes invalid if you don't use it at all in 10 years. It has a very long validation time, and it only becomes invalid if you don't use it at all in 10 years. So which card is best for tourists? If you're not coming to Japan on a frequent basis, maybe the Welcome SUICA card is a
I was
better
also
choice.
thinking welcome card.
You don't have to worry about where to return the card, JR or non-JR or a subway or anything, because you don't have to return it. You get to keep it with you, bring it back home. Again, just remember to use all the money on the card within 28 days. Personally, I have some friends who prefer the normal SUICA card because every time they come to visit Japan, they don't have to buy it again. Plus, they prefer having the same card as locals do. So it's really up to your travel plan and preferences. Where and how to buy a Welcome SUICA card? You can buy this Welcome SUICA card at ticket vending machines at the airports or at JR travel service centers. It's quite easy to buy this card at the vending machine because the menu is available in different languages and the process is simple and quite straightforward. Another good thing with this card is that you can buy it using credit cards, even at the vending machines. If you have kids from 6 to 11 years old, select the child card. The charge menu is the same as the adult card, but the fare deducted will be about...
So child is not free? So because we have kids below 12 years old. I think 12 years old in Denmark is free. So we have to buy cards for Alexander. So
half the price of the adult card. You will need one card per person to get through ticket gates, just like other IC cards. Do you still need cash? If you have an IC card, the answer is yes. You definitely need to have some cash with you when you visit Japan, because not all shops and restaurants accept IC cards or credit cards.
Okay.
Well, I hope this video gave you a brief understanding about the IC cards in Japan, so that hopefully you know which card is right for you.
Okay. Now I know. Thank you for the information. One Good Dream YouTube channel. This is very interesting to know about IC cards. I mean cards in what to use, which kind of cards we're going to buy when we are in Japan. And now we have an idea what, and it's also interesting to know that kids are not free. So, well, anyway, thank you for watching my reaction, guys. If you have any idea what to react on, anything about Japan, you can always write in the comments section. And if you're new to my channel, you can always subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Bye.